chosen to step up and speak on behalf of George Zimmerman. How long have you known him, and what do you say to those who say that he sounds racist?
I've known George Zimmerman for about 6 years now. George Zimmerman is not a racist, and this particular case is not based on race. This particular case is based on someone who lives in a neighborhood that had been victimized by a number of crimes, who saw someone he didn't recognize, and as a neighborhood watch person, called 911, or not 911, he called the non-emergency number, and after that...
Joe, can I jump in here and ask you a question? I mean, I kind of recognize this type of person. I'm not convicted of anything, except maybe being a busybody at the least. I mean, we all kind of know this type of person who's always calling 911, who's into everybody's business. He's a cop wannabe. He admitted that himself on an application to a citizen's course. I mean, is this guy got psychological problems that he's so obsessed with taking everybody else's inventory and figuring out other people who are doing something wrong?
Well, he definitely has some psychological problems now because of what's happened. I mean, he is extremely remorseful. He's been through counseling, dealing with counseling now for post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, insomnia, lack of hunger. So right now, yeah, I would say definitely yes. But on the question as to being a wannabe cop, George was a semester away from graduating as a criminal justice major. And he was going to be very proud of that degree, like anyone else who was going to be a graduate with a criminal justice degree would be. Does that make everyone who's studying criminal justice a wannabe cop?
No, but you
Probably.
See the scratches on his face here. He's been involved. He has a past. I mean, he was accused of battery.
You're looking at the mugshot from 2005. That incident there was another incident where George Zimmerman was coming to the aid of a friend who was being arrested by an alcohol control officer.
So you're saying that you are going to go out on a limb and say this guy was behaving completely appropriately, even though he was carrying a gun as a neighborhood watchman, which you're not supposed to be doing?
I don't know if he acted appropriately as a neighborhood watch person. What I do know is that the information that has been put out there from the very beginning has been inaccurate, starting with the characterization of George being white. And it snowballed from there, no pun intended.
Well, you're saying essentially
I'm here because George Zimmerman
Go ahead.
is here because he feared for his life. If George Zimmerman had not defended himself, we'd be talking about Trayvon killing George. That's what I know.
Well,
and that's the evidence.
Okay, how do you know that? When's the last time you talked to George Zimmerman? Have you talked to him? When's the last time?
I talked to George this afternoon.
Mm-hmm. And
I talked to George this afternoon.
Where is he?
I don't know.